This video was produced to describe the process of adding comments to your design work. Comments should refer to your specification, knowledge of design factors, and knowledge of materials and manufacture. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how you would go about adding comments to your design work. The example that you can see on the screen is the design of a pencil holder which has been developed visually. When you come to add comments, there's a number of things that you need to remember. You should be adding comments that refer to the specification. You should be adding comments that demonstrate your knowledge of design factors, and you should be adding comments that relate to materials and manufacture. So let's look at this particular example with comments having been added. So now we've got the same page with comments being added to the page. So let's start by looking at some of the comments. If we start at the beginning here, we can see, for example, that we have a comment here that says tubes could be made by turning a lathe and drilling out using a sawtooth drill bit. So this comment demonstrates knowledge of manufacture. Okay, and we'll also have an additional sketch here of the sawtooth drill and how it would be used to drill out the hole in the top of the turned piece of wood. We have another comment here related to the tube which suggests an alternative way of making the tube, and it says the tube could be made from PVC, so we could have a PVC tube if we had a big enough PVC tube, or it could be thermoformed from acrylic in an oven. So that comment again adds to explains to the marker that you know that there are other ways in which you can manufacture the parts of your product. So it demonstrates knowledge of PVC and of thermoforming and of the fact that acrylic can be thermoformed. This comment here, it says wood would be a nice contrast with plastic tube. That is an aesthetic comment demonstrating knowledge of contrast in relation to aesthetics. Now the next sketch, which is a 3D sketch, has been changed in relation to symmetry. So we've got the bit here at the front has been is now asymmetrical. So you could have a comment that says change of symmetry improves interest and aesthetics. So we've got an aesthetics comment. We've also got an aesthetics comment at the top. Contrast in shape and materials satisfies the specification. So in the specification, that might have been a statement and you're referring to the specification. We have a comment here related to manufacture, where it says wood will be shaped using a tenon saw and sanded. If we go to the next development of the idea, we can now see that the wooden bits have now been cut to an angle and the pencils are now running at an angle which contrasts with the vertical direction of the pencils in the tube. So what sort of comments do we have here? We've got comments related to manufacture. It says here size and depth will need to be considered for this to work. If you think about it, this pencil going in the hole, it needs to go far enough in the hole for the pencil to be held, but not so far that it's going to hit the other side. We've got a comment here again in relation to aesthetics. Angled faces contrast with vertical tube. We've got another comment here. Height of tube will need to be enough to hold a standard ruler. So again, we're using a range of different comments as we develop the design. So now we go to sketch on the left hand side, and what comments do we have here? It says idea can hold both rulers, pencil, but not a rubber. This might reflect to a statement in the specification where it says that it needs to also hold a rubber. So that would be something that would need to be added to the design. I've got a comment here that says extending the length of the wooden section will improve function. 8 pencils can be held. That's in contrast to holding 4 pencils. So that's a comment about function, the design factor function. We have a 2D sketch here where the tube has now been moved to the middle, and it says could position tube centrally. This changes how it looks. Aesthetics comment. Might be easier to join the tube to the wood if it's in the middle rather than on the side. You can also have comments that basically ask questions that you would then attempt to answer later on in your design work. Here it says, how will wood be joined to plastic tube? That's a problem that will need to be addressed. And finally, we have a 2D sketch here looking at the design, and we have comments that say holes will have to be drilled first before cutting the shape. That demonstrates that you have knowledge that it's difficult to drill a hole in a sloping surface, so you would drill your hole while it's vertical and then cut it to an angle. And then again, an aesthetics comment here which says asymmetrical shape looks good. So we now have a page that has lots of different comments that demonstrate knowledge of design factors, materials and manufacture, and refers to the specification. You should also be looking for opportunities to add sketches, a range of different types of sketches. In this example, we have 3D sketches, 2D sketches, and a sectional view and a detailed view up here at the top, which will help you marks in relation to the use of graphics. Okay, thank you for listening.